Jamaica, land of reggae, land of sunshine, land of some seriously good coffee. You heard right. We're not talking about your average cup of joe here. This is the Rolex of coffee, the Rolls Royce, if you will. The champagne, well, you get the idea. We're talking about Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee, a brew so legendary, so sought after, it's practically got its own fan club. Now you might be thinking, coffee's coffee, right? Wrong, dead wrong. This ain't your mama's Folgers. This, my friend, is a whole other ball game. Grown on the slopes of Jamaica's majestic Blue Mountains, this coffee is shrouded in mystique, steeped in tradition, and frankly just tastes truly good. So buckle up, coffee lovers. We're about to embark on a journey to the heart of Jamaica's coffee country. Get ready to discover the secrets behind this liquid gold. Meet the people who dedicate their lives to it, and maybe, just maybe, develop a newfound appreciation for your morning cup. Let's talk geography, shall we? Nestled in the eastern end of Jamaica, the Blue Mountains aren't just a pretty backdrop. These majestic peaks, often shrouded in mist, create the perfect microclimate for growing some truly exceptional coffee. We're talking high altitude, cool temperatures, and a unique blend of volcanic soil and rainfall. It's like Mother Nature sat down and said, all right, let's make some very good coffee. And boom, the Blue Mountains were born. But don't let the idyllic scenery fool you. Growing coffee here is no walk in the park. It's tough, it's demanding, it's a labor of love. Farmers battle steep slopes, unpredictable weather, and meticulous harvesting processes. But trust me, the end result is worth every ounce of effort. So, what makes this coffee so special? Why are people willing to shell out top dollar for a taste? Well, for starters, it's all about the flavor, baby. Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee is known for its smooth, balanced flavor profile. Think rich, chocolatey notes, a hint of citrus, and a clean, sweet finish. No bitterness, no acidity, just pure coffee bliss. It's the kind of coffee that makes you close your eyes, sigh with contentment, and wonder what took you so long to discover it. But it's not just the taste that sets this coffee apart. It's the story, the tradition, the passion that goes into every single bean. From the farmers who nurture the plants to the roasters who coax out the perfect flavor, every step in the process is a testament to Jamaican pride and craftsmanship. So yeah, Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee might be a little pricey, but as we're about to discover, it's more than just a drink, it's an experience. And trust me, it's an experience worth having. Alright folks, let's get real for a minute. Growing anything at high altitude is a challenge. Growing coffee? Well, that's a whole other level of crazy. We're talking about slopes so steep, they make a Stairmaster look like a cakewalk. We're talking about thin air, unpredictable weather, and enough sweat to fill the Caribbean Sea. But hey, nobody said the good stuff comes easy, right? And trust me, when it comes to Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee, the struggle is real. But here's the thing, these harsh conditions are actually a blessing in disguise. See the high altitude, the cool mountain air, the unique soil composition, all of these factors combine to create a coffee bean like no other. Imagine this, you're a coffee farmer in the Blue Mountains. You wake up before dawn, strap on your boots, and start the trek up the mountain. No paved roads, no fancy equipment, just you, your machete, and a whole lot of determination. The terrain is treacherous. One wrong step and you're tumbling down a ravine faster than you can say Blue Mountain Blend. But these farmers, they're tough. They're resourceful. They've been navigating these slopes for generations, their knowledge passed down through the ages. They know every twist, every turn, every coffee plant by heart. They're the unsung heroes of the coffee world, battling the elements, defying gravity, all in the name of that perfect cup. And then there's the weather. Jamaican weather, always keeping us on our toes. One minute it's sunshine and rainbows, the next it's a torrential downpour that could flood a small village. But fear not, coffee lovers, the farmers have got this covered. They've learned to adapt, to work with the rhythms of nature. They know when to plant, when to prune, when to pray for a little sunshine and a gentle breeze. They're like the guardians of the beans, protecting them from the elements, ensuring every single cherry reaches its full potential. It's a delicate dance, this relationship between man and nature. But it's a dance that produces something truly remarkable. It's a dance that gives us Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee. And that, my friends, is something worth celebrating. Let's rewind, shall we? Back to the 18th century, Jamaica's buzzing, not with reggae beats just yet, but with the arrival of coffee. Shipped in from the island of Hispaniola, those first coffee seeds found a home amongst the Blue Mountain slopes, and frankly, they never looked back. Now, picture this, colonial Jamaica. Sugarcane ruled, but coffee? Coffee was the new kid on the block, a risky gamble in a land obsessed with sweetness. But those early planters, they were onto something special. Word got out. This wasn't just any coffee. This was Jamaica Blue Mountain. A brew so good it could make a pirate swear off rum. Well, almost. The reputation grew, the demand soared, and just like that, a legacy was born. From plantation to cup, a legacy brewed. We're not talking mass production here, folks. Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee? This is a story of generations, of families tending the same plots for centuries, their knowledge passed down like precious heirlooms. It's a story of tradition, of handpicking each cherry at its peak, of sun-drying on those mountain slopes, the air thick with the aroma of coffee heaven. It's a labor of love, and it shows in every single bean. This ain't some corporate coffee conglomerate churning out bags by the millions. This is slow food, slow coffee, the antithesis of our fast-paced world, and that's what makes it so damn good. Now let's talk economics, but not the boring kind. We're talking about the lifeblood of the Blue Mountain region, the backbone of communities nestled amongst those majestic peaks. Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee? It's more than just a drink here, it's an economic engine. It's school fees for children, it's roofs over families, it's the pulse of a region that thrives on this liquid gold. The farmers, the pickers, the processors, the shippers, they all depend on this crop, their livelihoods intertwined with the fate of each bean. It's a symbiotic relationship, a delicate balance between man and nature, between commerce and community. But it's more than just money, folks. It's about pride. It's about a region that produces something truly exceptional, something coveted around the world. And that, my friends, is a powerful feeling. Walk into any home in the Blue Mountains, and you'll be greeted with a cup of freshly brewed coffee. It's a sign of hospitality, a symbol of welcome. It's a ritual, a tradition, a way of life. It's about sharing stories over steaming mugs, about laughter echoing through the mountain air. It's about connection, about community, about a shared love for something truly special. So, yeah, Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee is more than just a drink. It's a story, it's a culture, it's a way of life. And trust me, it's an experience worth savoring. All right, folks, we've talked terrain, we've talked history, but now the moment you've all been waiting for, the coffee itself. Now this ain't your average chuck it in a machine operation. This, my friends, is a process. First off, those bright red cherries, hand-picked every single one. Why? Because the best beans, they hide amongst the bunch, and only experienced hands can tell them apart. Talk about dedication. Next up, the pulping. Sounds kind of brutal, right? It's actually pretty gentle, separating the bean from the fruit, leaving those precious beans ready for their next adventure. And then, the drying. Sun-drenched patios, the air thick with the sweet aroma of coffee. This ain't no rush job, folks. This is slow and steady, letting those beans soak up the Jamaican sunshine, developing their unique flavor profile. Now here's where the real magic happens, the roasting. Too light. And you've got yourself a bland cup of disappointment, too dark. And you might as well be chewing on charcoal briquettes. But get it just right. Oh man, that's where the symphony begins. The aroma alone could knock you off your feet. Chocolatey, nutty, a hint of caramel. It's enough to make a grown man cry. And the sound? Those beans crackling and popping in the roaster. It's like a rhythm section warming up for a reggae jam session. This ain't just roasting, folks. It's an art form. Now, for the moment of truth, the cupping. This ain't your average gulp it down and run kind of coffee experience. This is about savoring, appreciating, letting those flavors dance on your tongue. First, the aroma. Take a deep breath, folks. Let those fragrant notes fill your senses. Chocolate, citrus, a hint of spice. It's like a tropical vacation in a cup. Then the sip. But don't just swallow it down. Let it linger, roll it around your mouth, feel the silky texture, the perfect balance of acidity and sweetness. This ain't just coffee, folks. It's an orchestra of flavors. Guardians of the gold, protecting the legacy. Now, with all this talk of perfect beans and heavenly roasts, there's a whole other side to this story: protection. See, Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee. It's a coveted treasure, and just like any treasure, it's got its fair share of pirates. That's where the Coffee Industry Board comes in, the guardians of the gold, if you will. Their job? To protect the integrity of this liquid gold, making sure every bean labeled Blue Mountain is the real deal. Strict regulations, meticulous inspections. They're like the coffee police, cracking down on any shady business. And trust me, you don't want to mess with these guys. They're serious about their coffee, and it's for good reason. This ain't just about protecting a product. It's about protecting a legacy, a way of life, a source of pride for an entire nation. So next time you sip on a cup of Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, remember the journey, the dedication, the passion that goes into every single bean. It's a taste of paradise, a sip of history, and frankly, it deserves a toast. All right, folks, we've explored the mountains, met the farmers, roasted the beans, but now let's talk about the real journey from the heart of Jamaica to the wider world. Now picture this. Bustling Tokyo cafes, sleek Parisian bistros, even the most remote mountaintop monasteries. What do they all have in common? You guessed it, a love affair with Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee. This ain't just some local brew, folks. This is a global phenomenon. From the streets of London to the skyscrapers of New York, people are lining up, paying top dollar for a taste of that Jamaican magic. The High Rollers Club, when only the best will do. Now, let's be honest, this ain't your average supermarket coffee. This is the good stuff, the top shelf, the kind of coffee that makes you feel like a king or queen with every sip. We're talking about discerning coffee connoisseurs, folks, those who demand the best of the best. Celebrities, politicians, CEOs, they're all hooked on this liquid gold. It's the ultimate status symbol, a sign that you appreciate the finer things in life. And hey, who can blame them? When you've got a taste for excellence, there's no going back. It's like trading in your Honda for a Ferrari. You might miss the gas mileage, but oh, that feeling of pure luxury. More than a cup Jamaica in every bean. But here's the thing, folks. It's not just about the caffeine kick or the bragging rights. When you sip on a cup of Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, you're tasting something more, something deeper. You're tasting Jamaica itself. It's the soul of the island, the rhythm of reggae music, the warmth of the Jamaican sun, all captured in those little brown beans. It's a reminder that even in our fast-paced world, there are still places where tradition reigns supreme, where quality trumps quantity, and where a simple cup of coffee can transport you to a place of pure bliss. The final sip, a taste of paradise. So there you have it, folks. Our whirlwind tour through the world of Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee. We've scaled those majestic peaks, met the hard-working souls who dedicate their lives to this brew, and tasted the magic that comes from generations of tradition and a whole lot of love. We've talked about the challenges, the triumphs, the sheer determination it takes to produce a coffee this exceptional. And trust me, it ain't easy. But the results, oh man, those are worth every ounce of sweat, every bead of mountain rain, every carefully roasted bean. Because when you take that first sip, when those complex flavors hit your palate, you realize this ain't just a caffeine fix. It's an experience, it's a journey, it's a taste of paradise in every single cup. Until next time, Jamaica. As we bid farewell to these majestic mountains and the captivating world of Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee, remember this, folks. Sometimes the best things in life are worth savoring, appreciating, maybe even obsessing over a little bit. Next time you see that bag of Blue Mountain beans, don't just walk on by. Take a moment. Breathe in that aroma. Let those rich chocolatey notes entice you. And if you're feeling adventurous, treat yourself. Because trust me, once you've tasted the magic of Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee, you'll never look at your morning cup the same way again. Until next time, Jamaica, keep those beans brewing. Don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it. and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of coffee.